Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy and I am here with a bunch of stuff over here. I'll talk about that in a sec. I've got Temu, I've got Whatnot, I've got Thrifting Antique, I've got Nostalgic TV Trivia, and we might do some Q&A from the comments, perhaps. Part of the family is gone, so I am back in the bedroom filming. I still haven't cleaned up my filming space downstairs where I would normally put my tablet, so I can't film down there yet. And I had some like super bright red lipstick over here that I put on, and it's a little bit brighter. Should I change my glasses? So I'm wearing my Mall of America t-shirt that I actually got at the Mall of America, no Temu. And then I'm wearing my Pair Eyewear, and I have a recurl. I have a recurl code. A referral code in the description below. But I'm kind of now wondering, should I flip and wear these glasses because of the red? So let's do that. These are some Phi 2 glasses that I was gifted in exchange for a video. So you could probably search through my channel videos to find it if you're interested in that. I have uploaded, not counting this one, but I think maybe the last one. So what, Tuesday, I think, was my 400th video, or at least I got an email saying that I had 400 uploads. So you guys, 400. I don't know if I can do another 400 because quite literally, if I were to haul all this stuff that's sitting over here, I have nothing left to haul except the one Temu bag that is still in the mail. So I don't know. I don't know if things are winding down or not. I got an email from Teemu from Lemon, who is like a marketing person at Teemu, and they get a kick out of this, right? So they suspended me over a month ago, and they wanted to let me know that some of my videos didn't meet the advertising disclaimers that there are supposed to be for their partners, the people that they partner with. And I'm like, okay. So, I'm reading this email and it's like, so you need to, okay, so I know that there is a way to say paid promotion on a YouTube video, but because I was not doing videos that were entirely sponsored by them, I didn't put them. Plus, when you're uploading from the phone versus a computer, it's a little bit harder to find that. Not that that's an excuse, whatever. But so I didn't put that on. I put that typically, I guess, on other videos that were literal sponsored videos. But with Temu, there was, I don't know, maybe I had to upload 5 videos during the month, and in those 5 videos, there might have been a few pieces of things that were from the influencer program. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But they were like, so, if you want to, in order to keep your partnership in good standing, you need to go fix this. And I wrote back and I said, you suspended me a month ago. We are not partners anymore. That's kind of, I could have, I know there's like a way you can do different characters on the keyboard to kind of give that. And I know there's like a emoji that does that, but I didn't put that on my email back. I just said, I don't work with you. You don't work with me anymore. So I'm not doing anything for that you're asking. Now, if you want to be a partner again, sure, we can talk about that. But my guess is I'll never hear from them again. So yes, that's my latest Temu update. But I do still have a package coming that I'm hoping gets here before Monday, but it's probably not, although it has cleared customs, but I don't know if it's cleared customs in China or if it's cleared customs here, because I don't pay enough attention to the shipping cycle and how it works. But because my final Temu order, or at least the only one that's, oh shoot, I just pulled off the nail on this finger too. It was ready to go. It was the last of the nails that I haven't redone, and all these other ones I've redone in the last 2 days, except for those. But there's something in that Temu bag for Gabby's birthday, because her birthday is St. Patrick's Day, which is Monday, and I mean, she'll still like it, but it would be nice if she were able to actually wear it on her birthday, but probably not, because I was a punk and waited too long to order it. Okay, so look at the green on here. I'm showing you this, and shoot, I was gonna wrap these fingers, or this finger up, so you didn't have to look at it during the video, but when I had those blue nails on, the blue dip powder, it was actually a really good dip powder in that it lasted a long time, like 3 or 4 weeks, and some of them popped off like that one just popped off. I mean, when it pops off, you guys, it's literally like a fake nail when it pops off, but it's dip powder. And there were a few nails that I had where I couldn't get it to pop off. And so you can buff down the polish layer on it and then soak it in acetone to help it come off. But even then it still was not coming off very well. So then I was they have those metal tools to help kind of pry it off. So I was doing that. And when I did that, I think I created a crease in the nail, which you can kind of see like right above the green. There's kind of where I damaged the nail. And I kept leaving them soaking in the acetone. And if you soak your nails in acetone for too long, when they have a damaged area like that, it could turn them green, because the acetone gets kind of underneath there, and so then it's like really disgusting. So but you can see like it's not still happening, because it's fine like underneath, and so it'll grow out, I guess, but it means that when that polish pops off, I'm like super embarrassed. And so I carry a, let me see if I can get to it. I've been carrying a tiny roll of Coban that I can wrap instead of a Band-Aid, because I didn't have any Band-Aids. And so like a roll of this to put around it, so people like at work, I don't care if I'm here at home, but so people at work wouldn't have to be grossed out by my green nails, because Jason was like, did you bruise them? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, no. But yeah, so not all of the fingers had that problem, because the blue didn't get stuck on all of them, but so yeah, so now I got to grow that out. So that's, I guess, one negative, the only negative I found so far. And it was only that blue, because that was such strong acrylic powder apparently, and it really adhered to my nail well. Like this powder, this is a Temu one, but these, I don't know, they can grow out, so maybe a couple weeks before they've grown out so far that then, like regular when you're washing, taking a shower and stuff, it can get underneath, and then it can kind of start to make it so that it will just pop right off like a fake nail, really. But yeah, so so what I would say to that, to avoid that, is you don't soak your nails in acetone. And I don't know, I guess you just, like, I had been just kind of, I was trying to get rid of the blue, and like with these, I'm letting them pop off, and then I'm just replacing them with the same color. But that I was trying to change back to a more standardized color, so I just wasn't patient enough for it to pop off on its own. So yeah, there's You can have that problem. I never have had that problem with gel polish, but gel polish, because I like to peel those off, it does damage the nail, and it feathers it. So yeah, I really don't notice the dip powder damaging my nails aside from that. So I guess I don't have any scissors, so I can't put the Coban on. So we'll just pretend like that's not there. All right, so I've got some Temu stuff from me and from Jason. So I guess I'm just gonna pull. I don't know how long we're gonna go tonight because, like I said, people are gone. So maybe I'm just gonna go till they get home. I don't know. But I almost started this video by saying I've got tons of stuff that people don't like to see on this channel. But no, I'm trying to be positive. And in fairness, so I get people commenting that they don't like crafts, and so they don't like it when I do Temu craft items. Or I got one comment that I don't even remember what video it was on, but it was recent, and it was like, you should have called, and I probably even joked during the video that I should have called it a sticker haul, but I had more stuff than stickers. And so somebody in the comments put, wow, your title was really misleading. You should have called it a sticker haul. And I'm thinking, you guys know how hard it is to come up with titles for these videos, and I can't name everything that's in the video in the title, and so you always try to pick something catchy, but they felt like it was misleading, and so you really can't win, you guys, when you're doing this. And it wasn't even that the person was being mean about it. They just felt, I don't know, catfish maybe, or whatever it's called, what, bait and switch. So so yeah, but then if I just put Temu haul, nobody watches those. It's weird. So I'm like, I don't know. So I get that, and then and I understand not everybody likes crafts and thinks that's boring, and I just assume when I show items like that are boring, that you'll skip forward, because there are people that watch these videos that do like that. And I'm going to try to do a better job of putting some craft related hashtags or just tags, I guess, in these videos to help attract some of those people. Not that I want anybody to go anywhere that already watches this channel, but I like crafts, so I want to show crafts on here because Temu's a great place to get crafts. So I feel like, I guess I'm on the defensive, but yeah. And I get comments, you know, don't really care to see Jason's things. Well, this is a hauling channel. I'm hauling what I've got. So we've got a cute Pac-Man shirt made out of all the different game, are they game consoles or game, I don't know what you call these. I mean, some of them probably are the actual console, but what do you call these handheld devices? But that's a cute shirt. This is a cotton shirt, so it will shrink and fade over time. He got a 5XL, and it's got, okay, you guys, this would be a great shirt for lots of different people. Lots of variety of people would wear that. Pac-Man lovers, although I kind of wish, I think it would be fun if they had taken some of the bright colors of Pac-Man, like the bright pink, bright yellow, and bright blue, and, you know, kind of accented or made some of these, that would be fun to make this like almost like a coloring page where you colored it in with those colors, those bright colors, because I like bright colors against black. But yeah, so I think it's cute. But yeah, this would appeal to Pac-Man lovers, game lovers, electronics lovers, esports, because esports is a thing, right? Who cares about playing sports outside? Let's play esports. And that really literally is a thing, you guys. My kids' high school has esports that they have competitions and competitions. I don't know. They have games, but then I think they do at the end of the season kind of narrow down to a March Madness kind of thing. Elimination, championship, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that would be a great shirt for a wide variety of people. And we've got more. This is is it labeled? Jigglypuff. So it must be sanctioned because they actually called it a Jigglypuff, but it's a stuffy. Why do you have so many stuffies? Well, because I have 4 kids, and for some reason, all kids of all ages, including husbands, like stuffies. Now, do I like stuffies? Probably not. That is not how I would choose to spend my money on myself, because I would rather go to an antique store or Salvation Army or something like that. But they do appeal to a wide variety of people. And this also appeals to Pokemon fans. And Pokemon is a very popular game with the kids. And if they play Pokemon Go, that's a very good game to play, where you're out finding Pokemon in the wild on your phone. It encourages exercise and community. And my kids have made a lot of friends in the neighborhood because they play that game together. And so this is a really lovely kind of suede-y plushie with embroidered eyes. Well, not this part. This part is this part maybe is more suede-y than this. This is your typical plushy stuffed animal feel. And then we've got a embroidered pink nose and embroidered outlining for the ears. And that is tacked down. And we do have a tag that is officially licensed Pokemon. So a lot of these did sell out pretty much shortly after they got listed. So if you have Pokemon fans in your family or that you buy gifts for, just search Pokemon, or sometimes it comes up under anime. So, but they're usually in the $5 to $10 range when they're in stock. So there's that. When I hauled the last time, Jason's like, well, did you haul any pins? And I'm like, no, those must have all fallen to the bottom of the bag. So there'll be a overload of pins at some point. Oh, you guys, I just got a message saying, congratulations, you just reached 425,000 views. Thank you so much. That is awesome. I've been doing this channel since July of 2023, and it's one of the longest hobbies I've had because I get bored pretty easily, and which is why I've done jewelry making. I tried out junk journaling. You know, I try all these diamond painting, and I either do them long enough to feel like I've conquered it in terms of, okay, I know how to make necklaces now. I know how to make jewelry. I've learned the skill, so now I don't really want to do it anymore. So that's kind of, I don't know. I don't know if it's an ADHD thing or if it's a, I'm like that in my work life too. So luckily I've always been in jobs where I could promote from within. And when I would promote from within, I would take on new duties, and then that would get the creative juices going again. So yeah, so the fact that I've been doing this since July of 23, I'm kind of proud of myself, and it helps that it's always something different, right? Now, in that amount of time, I have not conquered all the things that would make this channel super successful, but that's okay, because with a lot of success, there are some negatives. I would certainly be getting a higher volume of negative comments, which might make me want to just quit. So sometimes it's good to just be mediocre, and have, you know, dedicated friends and fans that watch just because they like who they think I am, I guess. But yeah, so thank you for helping me get to 425,000 views. I feel that feels nice. All right, next we've got some more of these labels that people, so you get 2 sheets that are identical, and I ordered these. I've shown these before, but I think I had numbers 1 through 100 in that set. So this is 101 through 200, and there's multiple things you can use these for. I got them to put 1 number on either my gel polish bottle or my dip powder pots, and then I have that acrylic nail keychain kind of situation where I can do a fake nail with the gel polish or the dip powder and keep it on a key ring, so that when I decide I want to do my nails, I can look and see what color it is, you know, because both gel's not, okay. Gel, when you look at gel, it looks exactly like it's going to look on your nail, but they're always in black, or should be in black bottles, because it has to protect itself from the UV light, because it would get hard and stuff if it was exposed to UV light. So they put them in black bottles. So and the labels that they put on those don't reflect the color that's really in there. So that's why you would use it for gel nail polish. And dip powders don't look anything like this. The powder doesn't look anything like this. It's totally, well, because of all the acrylic part, a lot of it's a lot whiter than it turns out in real life after it's done. So that's why I got these. But I've noticed now, being a Whatnot seller, that a lot of people use these to mark or to tag the things that they're selling, because if you create, so this will be kind of like a teaching video too, I guess, but when you sell on Whatnot, you can just have generic listings that you maybe, here's an example, maybe you have a generic listing that's for items that are between 1 and 3 ounces, because it would have the same shipping kind of policy attached to it. But maybe you're selling postcards. Maybe you're selling postcards. That's one of the things I was going to show you guys. So perhaps you're going to sell, say, 4 postcards for whatever amount of money you decide you want to sell that for, but you don't want to list every single 4-pack. You don't want to create a listing for every single 4-pack. So you just create a 1 to 3 ounce listing, and you've got 50 listings. And then when it comes time to the auction, to have the auction, then when you've created that generic listing, as long as you say to create a new item for each one, it'll append a 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, down to 50. So then people use these kind of stickers to put on that particular set so that when it sells, they know which one the person won. So that's just another another way you could use these. Obviously, they're numbered stickers. You could use them for DMC coding, for diamond painting, or cross stitching, since both of those use the same DMC number range. And I think you can get these stickers for numbers 0 to 1,000, I think. Now DMC does have higher numbers, and you can actually buy on Temu DMC number label packs like this. So this wouldn't be the best one to use for that, but obviously anything you can, they're stickers, so you could use them for anything. But just trying to be a good seller, a good hauler, to give you multiple ideas, a good influencer, just in case someday Temu does ever want to work with me again. All right, so since I got out some postcards, that is one of the items that I recently purchased from Whatnot. So I will just show a few of those. Shoot, where does one pile start and another pile begin? I bought several different lots of postcards, and let's see if I can. Okay, so I bought a lot of Indiana postcards. So these are vintage. This one is from 71. That's not what that says, is it? August 7th. Hold on. Oh, well, that one's from 1945. So these are probably from the oh, well, that one says 1913. Okay, well, they're vintage and antique postcards, but they were all from Indiana. This one, Hillside, Winona Lake, Indiana. My dad's family has been in this part of Indiana. It's up by Warsaw, for those of you that are familiar with Indiana. My ancestors multiple generations ago settled in Claypool, to be specific. We have a family farm in Claypool that my aunt and uncle reside on today, that kind of passed its, well, they had to buy it, but it's gone down through the generations. I want to say, let me think about this for a second. There's my uncle. It skipped a generation because my uncle bought it from his grandmother, and then generation before, I think 5 generations have, I think it was the 5th generation ago that built it originally, and it's been in the family. So Winona Lake is a special, but there were just, I mean, just a lot of Indiana postcards. And for some reason, it's really hard to find postcards in my town. Now, let me take that back. I can find postcards in my town at antique stores for like $4 or $5 a piece, which is ridiculous. Like if I were going to resell these, well, this kind, because these are not, oh, I got this one for Gabby's memory book. Like some of these I would do 4 for $1. Some of them I would do 4 for $2, just depending on their age and if they were postmarked on the back and still had the stamp. But somewhere in here, I tried to win a postcard lot for Missouri, since I live in Missouri, and was unsuccessful in getting that one. It went for too much money. But yeah, I've also got these kind of antique ones because I bought a lot of, I don't know, I think it was just antique. Oh, it was botanical science and maybe just botanical and science. So it had some Albert Einstein postcards in it, which I could care less about those, but I wanted them for the flowers and stuff. So, and okay, so this one's February 28th, 1914. So I love looking at some of these. This one's from 1917. So I'm going to be putting these, I still haven't decided. I just really need to bite the bullet and list them both in Etsy and Whatnot. But it's just so much easier to list things in Whatnot that, I don't know, I've gotten kind of, I don't know, but I got another sale today from Etsy, so I need to keep using Etsy. But oh, look at this, you guys. I think I got a like kissy face postcard set that was supposed to be, I don't know if it's supposed to be like Valentine's Day, but it was like couples. This one's 1907. And I'm pulling that from the postmark, 1911. So it was just all kinds of lovers postcards, which I thought was really fun. And like this one almost looks like a copyright 1908 or 1909. I was gonna say some of them look like real picture postcards, RPPCs, as I now know that they are known in the biz, but they're not. They're just, they might be, this one, well, I don't know. I was gonna say an advertisement, but yeah, I don't know, you guys, why do I like this stuff? I don't know. I love nostalgia and thinking about, you know, the fact that, oh, someone sent this to Mr. Frank Zimmerman. So some lady friend maybe sent him that. So yeah, so somebody at some point tried to sell this for $3, which seems ridiculous, but oh no. And what happened to these people's heads? That looks unfortunate. 1908. Can't even read the back of this one because they wrote so tiny. Is it a foreign language? No, I think I see the word soon. Just, so they just, well, I don't know. It is a foreign postcard. So maybe it is from, well, it's got an American stamp though. So I don't know. But yeah, their heads are kind of, so I don't know. It's kind of fun. So I got a few different, I got some other postcard packs that maybe I'll have time to show later in this episode. But yeah, I really liked, I did pay up for, well, I don't know, did I pay up for one of the packs that I got that was 4 antique postcards? I think I paid $40 for. So, and it was by the pound or half a pound. So I think, I don't know how, I didn't count how many were in the pack, but okay. So back to Temu. Jason bought this for himself, and I'm pretty sure this is the bag that I bought for everybody for Christmas. But he either didn't remember that or it's not quite the same, but I think it is the same. Always be yourself, except if you can be a crow, and then always be a crow. So I'm trying to be myself in this episode. I am a crow. That's my last name. And I am trying to be myself and just not worry about the naysayers that are gonna pop up possibly in the comments, and just show the stuff I like. And right, because if I want to be an influencer, I should be trying to show things that I enjoy. So this is a canvas makeup or any kind of bag, right? And it is on both sides. So I enjoy the Crow products that they have on Temu. What do you guys do that have boring last names like Smith? No offense to people if your last name is Smith. Not every, I mean, shoot, my maiden name, my maiden name was a Dutch, well, actually, that side of the family was German, but it's kind of was a Dutch last name, and so you couldn't find anything with that on it anywhere. All right, this one, you guys, literally, I bet he, when he found this, bought every single one he could find. So Jason was cleaning the bedroom a couple days ago, and because as you can imagine, by being a hauler, I have lots of stuff, and it doesn't all get put away right away. Imagine that. And so there can be piles. Well, there was a pile in front of the closet, which is right over there, to where you couldn't get the closet door. It's like a sliding door, so you couldn't get it open. So it's like permanently opened on my side of the closet, so he couldn't get into his. So he was doing some cleaning and organizing. And so now I've got bags of bags that he found in here, and which is good because I need that for the things I'm selling on Whatnot. So yeah, so I'm saving all of these instead of throwing them away. We don't recycle because it costs extra to recycle with our trash service. So it either goes in the trash to the landfill, or I can lovingly reuse it for packaging supplies. All right, so this one, oh, well, this one's got a zipper. Why is it got a zipper? And shoot, can I still get this to see if it was labeled? This one's a lapras. So his neck could use a little bit more stuffing, which perhaps with the zipper, I could get in there. Yeah, so you can kind of get in there and move it around. But this one is super soft as well, and it's got embroidered spots in blue on the blue soft, and then it's got embroidered eyes and a mouth and ears. And then it's got its, is it part turtle? Maybe laprases are part turtle or whatever, but it's got its spiky shell back here that's of the soft gray, and then the underside. But why does it have a purple zipper? Is it just a bag? I don't know, because I can't see. Oh, it's, maybe it's reversible? No, it just, because I can't shove all this. I don't think, well, I'm not going to. I don't want to mess up the padding but perhaps you could shove all the padding into this, but I don't think it looks really like it's all that reversible. So maybe it's just, I mean, you could put something in here if you wanted. I don't know. I guess I'll have to ask him about that. Although it's got a zipper on both sides. So maybe it is reversible. I just don't want to. So what? Okay, hold on. This would be, what is that character? I can't remember what the character is that this one is. Shoot. Well, anyway. So maybe, yeah, maybe you could stuff this whole thing in here. But it's not your typical reversible stuffy, in my opinion. But it is super soft. Super soft lapras. See, that looks a little silly. All right. Next. See if we can find, sorry, I know I'm really close now. Thought maybe I'd see if I could find one of his many pins that he said he had. Let's do this. I think this is my bag. So, it's Thursday. We're looking forward to the weekend, although I'm really trying not to spend any money because I went overboard on all my antiquing and thrifting shopping. So I really need to do another Whatnot auction. I was supposed to do, or I had originally planned to do a Whatnot auction yesterday on Wednesday, but I just couldn't, I didn't have time to get my items ready for sale. So I've pushed it off till this coming Sunday evening. And if it looks like I'm actually going to have it, then I will post the link for it in the post, community post. Somebody in comments suggested that I post on this channel when I'm doing those, and I do. So if you're not seeing those notifications, then if you're subscribed, you need to click the bell, because then you will be notified even if I just post a post, not just a video. So that way you can stop by to the, I know there's a way to simultaneously simulcast or whatever the auction to a live YouTube, and I would like to do that, but the video that I saw of the woman showing how to do that was so fast that I'm not sure I would do it right. And when you're live, you panic about stuff like that. So, bit of a mess, but doing my best. Oh, that's cute. So that's a pin with a silicone back on it. But yeah, you could stop if I do post that. You could stop over and say hi. Although I've noticed people that do that, their Whatnot username is not the same as their YouTube username, so I never can tell who is who. Even if you tell me in the chat, I forget from show to show. So yeah, but you could still, you don't have to buy anything, but I'm live over there, so I'm watching and I'm learning how to watch chat while I'm live streaming. So that makes me think maybe someday I could do a live Temu haul. But then I hear from other haulers that you got to be careful because people can be mean, and I don't think I can. I don't think I'm strong enough to handle mean. But yeah. So, because with live, I think you get sometimes a different group of people that might see that you have a live compared to like your normal viewers. Okay, we have a, is there no picture? Oh, it's right here. The picture's right here. It's a stapler. Super exciting. And it looks like this, but does it come with staples? No, it does not come with staples, but that's okay. I have staples. But they should really give you some staples. Now, this part that on a normal American stapler you could push and rotate, you don't have to on this one because they've put it all the directions on here. And what's great about this one is that it moves, so you can go north, south, east, west, or on the diagonal. And this way, if I want to, let's say I want to make some junk journal signatures to sell, to where I'm gonna like staple them together, now I can get into the center of the book like a magazine pamphlet kind of situation to staple. So that is why I bought this. But yeah, it makes it, you know, gives you a much wider range of what you can staple. Now for work purposes, I have an electronic stapler that's like boom, you know, when you stick the papers in and it auto staples. I love that thing. That was something I got to take from my old job that's now gone bankrupt. But not because I took this the auto stapler. It was one of those things where, okay, so the company I used to work for before here was a long-term care company, and about at the end of February of 2020, my department, I was in the IT department by that point because I had transitioned over. I had been a senior accountant, and then I became a business analyst, and then it was a natural progression over to IT. And at the end of February of 2020, our department went remote, not because of COVID. COVID had maybe come to the United States by that point, but the real threat of everybody needing to be home, I think, hit mid-March maybe. I think that's when our kids' schools stopped or sent people home. But because I went remote, I was able to bring all my stuff here, you know, to work. And then, so I had my electronic stapler and stuff. And then in February of 23, I got outsourced. Our whole department got outsourced to the company I work for today. And they brought all of us over. Now there's only 4 of us left from that original group that came over. But so I still got to keep all of my stuff because we were still supporting that other company as their IT department. We just weren't employees anymore. We were contractors. And so I had to keep all my stuff. Well, then they went bankrupt, that other company. And so I got to keep everything. So I got to keep my computer. Now they've gone bankrupt and they're in the process of closing everything down. So we are still supporting them in some respects. But once they're totally defunct, then I'm gonna go and have my IT department, we're all IT, but I'm in accounting now where I'm at. But so I'm gonna have the service desk people wipe my computer that I had from that other company, so I can just use it as a regular computer and not have all that stuff from the other company on it anymore. So yeah. So, but no, it didn't go bankrupt because I had that stuff at home. I could tell you some reasons why I think they went bankrupt. COVID didn't help. COVID was terrible on the healthcare industry, as I'm sure you all know. But they made some choices about vaccinations, mandates, that kind of stuff. And I know people are on both sides of the fence on that. And I'll spare you what my personal feelings are on that matter. But in making the decisions they made it difficult to staff and care for the residents. So, and then I think over time that just snowballed into a situation they couldn't recover from. All right. I guess I'm not doing prices on this. I will try to link what I can below. It's the same links that I've had for the last several videos because they're all the same bags. But yeah. So I guess we're just more talking in this video instead of actually doing prices. Okay, so I've been getting these cards. I've already shown you St. Patrick's Day and 4th of July. So now we've got the Easter ones, and these are designed to be a garland. There's 15 pieces. It comes with some ribbon and one of those plastic needles so you can thread through here. But these are old-timey vintage recreations for Easter. I got them because I thought these would be great for junk journal covers. Either gluing this onto the front of a old book that you're going to use for it to kind of liven it up. Then you could, you know, glue this onto a book cover and then surround it with some lace trim or whatever. But anyway, it's an Easter theme, but they do have, you can't, well, maybe you could see it on the back. They do have holes that you can pop out in the corners if you want to just use it as the garland. But I probably in 2023 holiday season, I got a set of this for Halloween and for Christmas. So, and in all transparency, I never used those. So somewhere in the house, there's a package of these for those two holidays as well that I could see putting in journal kits that I try to sell. All right, next we've got just a little baggie full of Pokemon characters. I know we've got a Snorlax here. This is probably an Eevee evolution. Are they 3D printed? Okay, yes, they're 3D printed. So I don't know if you can tell the it's kind of hard because they're so shiny, the stuff that they use. Here, let's hold it over here. Let's see if any of these are easier to tell. I don't know, these are done really well. So I can see, you know, looking at them, I can see the lines where, you know, as it's going around and making it, I can see that, but it's pretty good quality stuff. So it looks like with this, you got a set of 7. Set of 7. So you get this one. Oh, this might be a Pidgey. The Snorlax. The Snorlax is always funny. It reminds me of a sumo wrestler is what I think of when I see that. Charizard, maybe? But yeah, this one feels to me like an Eevee or a version of one. They have one that's, so Pokemon names are like just slightly askew from, like, you wouldn't say butterfly, it's I don't know, it's like Flutterby, or I mean, it's like something similar. But yeah, that's a cute set. So, do I have any news from the home front? My dad mentioned that church this weekend was going to be at one of the church members' houses, and which meant that he would need to leave earlier, would be home later, so he was fine telling them that he wouldn't be able to go. And I said, no, you should go. I mean, he really doesn't, he only leaves the house to go shopping for groceries and getting gas and going to church. So I don't want him to feel like he can't go and do things. He needs to go and do things with other people, and church is his regular thing. So I'm like, no, you should go. We can handle being with mom for longer. So he is gonna go. So that's good. It just means that we will get to see more episodes of NCIS while we are over there, because that's what we watch with mom when we go over there. That was her favorite show. And I don't know if she's still, like, I'm sure she used to have them memorized, but I don't know. She still knows the characters, and she knows that Ducky is dead in real life. Okay, this is super, super slick. Yeah, really slick. But, ew, people. I love that shirt. Now, I don't really like this shirt, because it's as shiny as it looks on the screen, and so it definitely feels very much, this really does feel like a swimming suit. Like if you were in the rain, it would just bead up and not soak through. But you people. Now, Jason is not as much of an introvert as I am. He can strike up conversation with just about anybody. But as a whole, as a couple, we're pretty introverted because we don't have couple friends. We tried having couple friends a few times, and there was just, well, with one couple friends that we had, they couldn't have children, and like shortly after they told us that, I got pregnant with Galia, and so it just, unfortunately, that just was hard for them to deal with. So yeah, and I don't know, when you have kids, unless you're in like a small group with other people that have kids, it's just hard to find someone that can house that many people for an activity. So yeah, we just really, I don't know. And once we're empty nesters, we probably still won't have friends. We'll just, I don't know. Is it lonely? I don't feel like I have time to be lonely. Do I wish I had? Like, I have friends that I talk to from work and stuff, but I don't have anybody that I go to lunch with, or I don't drink, but I could go out for soda or Starbucks or something. I don't have anybody that I can do that with. So in some respects, it's lonely, I guess, I mean, I'm surrounded by people all the time. I've got my kids and Jason, but they don't share the same interests. So maybe it's a little lonely in that fact. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm always trying to busy myself with some new hobby, because I'm lonely. All right, next we've got, this is one of the wedding rings that I really like, so I bought 5 of. And this one is this version, super sparkly It is a 2-piece set. So they separate, and you've got the band and the solitaire, and then it is got a divot on both sides so that it stays in place with these guard. Some people call this a guard ring, but I really like this particular ring set, and because I know these can go out of stock and become discontinued, I did buy 5. Now I have been really liking this one. So I showed this a few episodes ago, I think, and I love this one. So I ordered one more of these. This one was close to $3. So I only ordered one more of them, but this one, more than any of the others, reminds me more of my real wedding ring, except for the fact that I don't have a marquee on my real wedding ring. I have just a tiny little princess cut like in the center. But just the fact that it's got these side rings, I've really been liking this one. And I like that the majority of my finger between the knuckle and the bottom is filled with ring. I like that. But this is how this ring looks, and I really like this one too. So I should be pretty well stocked up on fake wedding rings, which I'm only doing because my real one is too big now. So, but I mean, okay, if you bought this and then coated it with clear gel polish and then stuck it under your UV light so that it was coated, because that's what we used to do in the olden days, right? We would take our clear fingernail polish and we would put it on there. Of course, with that, you had to wait for it to dry, blah, blah, blah. Well, now with the miracle of gel polish, use that, stick it under your lamp, and it'll cure it. But then it would take a lot longer for this coating, this costume jewelry coating, to come off. And if you know a couple that, you know, can't afford a nice ring, here's what I want to say. In my opinion, nobody can say, I can't afford to buy a nice ring for my special someone, because you could get one like this and you could buy like 5 of them and you could do the gel and it would last, I think, a long time. Because even when I don't use the gel, it lasts a long time. So yeah, you always hear stories about, oh, we can't afford to get married, and I'm like, the courthouse doesn't cost that much, does it? Now, even a church wedding, I don't think it costs much for a church wedding. I mean, usually you need to pay the preacher, but you really don't have to decorate. I mean, if you're really just trying to be married, you don't have to spend all the money on all that stuff. I mean, heck, I would save the money for the honeymoon if there was any money to be saved. All right, then I got another one of these. This is a repeat purchase because I can't find my original pair, but I love these. These are great, especially if you use dips or gels and therefore or if you've got just really thick nails, this works really well. And it's not overly curved, so it's pretty safe. So I used to have, I bought 2 of these at one time. Both of them are missing, but I could use this with Jason's foot care too. So yeah, it works good with fingers and toes. And it has a nice plastic cap to keep it from accidentally cutting somebody. So that is a nice set. I really like that. You know, it's a good Temu product if someone is willing to reorder it. And So it was maybe the videos that I did last week, because I did 3 of them in a row. I didn't realize until the next day that one of my moissanite studs had fallen out. And so I had been doing those videos with just one earring in, but it was my moissanite studs, you guys. And I had ordered a second pair of those not that long ago, but I don't know where they are. So on this order that's yet to come from Temu, I've got some different studs to get to put back in there. Not the moissanite ones, because now I can't find the same ones that I got are discontinued. And I couldn't find a cheap pair, so I ordered some that have those screw backs with the flat back screw on, so that I can, so that maybe they won't fall out. All right, let's go with a crafty thing. I can't remember. I may have shown this on this channel like a long time ago, because I got this a long time ago, but Jason found it when he was cleaning in here, and so I thought I'd show it again. It's my Egbert and Egberta. These are from 1962. They're cocktail napkins, and which are great for, I mean, they're kind of crude, right? But they're great for crafting, and they actually have a really cool texture on them. And there were just different versions of them. I don't know how many different versions there are. What is going on there? So I don't know. I don't know if these would have been used at like baby showers or what. But yeah, so it originally had 36 napkins. I haven't counted since they were refound, and of course they originally had a price tag here, so that's kind of unfortunate. But these will be going, I haven't decided if I want to just sell them as like this, or if I want to put the napkins in some ephemera packs. So I guess we'll see, but those will end up on in my sale pile for something. All right, let's do this. This was another Whatnot purchase. I think this was from my stamp guy. So my very first Whatnot purchase was stamps, and then I watched another one of his videos, or one of his auctions, and then I started buying actual like collector's stamps, which really isn't what I wanted stamps for. I really wanted stamps in bulk, but I was getting really good deals on these, and I don't know if any of them are worth anything. But he had them, you know, he obviously either got them from a reseller or is a reseller himself, like in an actual store. Because then I got real glassine envelopes filled with, like, what set is, oh, this one wasn't labeled. Canada. So I got a whole set of like Canada special stamps. So I haven't looked through these to see if I've got any that are worth it, but otherwise I'm just planning on putting these in ephemera packs. Because I just like, I've been watching Hyper Stamper on YouTube, because she's a beast. She, I don't know, I would love to watch her sometime make her junk journals, because I feel like, for one, she's got a formula for how she puts them together, and I feel like she's so well honed her process that she literally has a new video every day of a new junk journal that she puts on her Etsy shop. So I watch all of those videos because they're only like 8 minutes long, and it just like inspires me so much for this. Maybe someday when I'm an empty nester and have less going on, maybe I'll get back into wanting to make junk journals myself. But she makes it look so easy, And it's not hard. I mean, shoot, it's junk. You just put junk together and that's your book. I had somebody say, why would you buy a book to tear it apart to put it in another book? Well, because it's interesting to me and to a whole slew of other people. Now, I also got, well, for one, I got these cool sheets that I can put my own stamps in, but like this one came with, these were either postcards or envelopes that were already stamped. Like, so you would buy the postcard already. It's not a stamp, it's a stamp or a, it's gone through the printing process because you can't remove it. You guys know what I'm talking about. But so it was full of those kind of things, which I thought was cool. Some more from a different country, maybe. Yeah, see, some of these, he's got catalog price $35, selling price $13. And I probably paid $5 to get all of these. So I don't know. But I feel like I should go through and make sure I don't have any. Well, for one, my dad gave me his stamp book, so I inherited that. So for one, I should go through there and see if I can fill in any of the missing. These were from different countries, I believe. So just got several pages of those. But anyway, so yeah, I guess I should be a little bit diligent with that, just in case I got a good deal on something. There was one in here. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, see, and then I just got a random postcard. There was one in here that he said normally retails for like $60. It's a single stamp. I'm not going to be able to find it now. Yeah, I must have put it in with like one of these other, oh, here it is. Mint. Never used, $60. I don't remember what I did not pay $60. And this was the only stamp I got, but I think I thought, so this seller, I can't hear what he says. Like, I can hear the music in his background, but I can't hear him. So I thought I was getting this plus some other stamps, and I think I did. But yeah, so this one may be worth something if any of you are stamp collectors. But, okay, let me put those away. We don't want to look at stamps anymore. We're at an hour 13. Let me take a look here and see. Let me take a look. Tap to go live. My family is home, so let me stop with the hauling part, and I want to do the nostalgic TV trivia, but I also thought maybe it would be fun to read some comments on here and reply to some of your comments live. So this comment was in response to me talking about the Holocaust and reading Holocaust books. And maybe I won't say whose comment this is, but you'll, if it's yours, you'll recognize it. My favorite book of all time, accepting scripture, is The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom. I love that book. I love it. My dad made me read that when I was young, or I guess growing, I don't know, I guess I don't know how young I was, but if you've never read that story, you should read that. And I think they made it into a movie at some point, but it's probably kind of a vintage movie at this point in time. But it is such a good book. Corey and her sister and her father was a watchmaker, I believe, and they hid some Jews, but they were caught, and so they went into a concentration camp, her and her sister. I think the father may have too, but he probably didn't live very long because he was aged. But her sister ended up dying in the camp, but Corey survived, and then she would go and speak all over the world and just would talk about the blessings of God even within that situation, and just the faith that and that's just so inspiring, because when people go through such horrible things, it can make or break you if you survive. And it didn't break her. And if I could have just a teeny tiny amount of the faith that she had, man, could move mountains, right? But the same comment, I'm old enough to be your mother, but I have the same interest in the Holocaust. My curiosity started because I have German ancestry. Me too. And I wanted to make sure my family was not involved. Oh, well, I never would have even thought about that. My family came over in the German part of my family came over. I've traced them back ancestry-wise to the early 1700s, already being in this country. So I think I'm safe on that respect. But well, thank you for sharing that comment. Okay, here's another one. Sell the Monopoly box as is. Don't dismantle the top. People will want it and use it as is. They can dismantle it if they want. You will have a better chance selling it as is. Good luck. Okay, well, that's good advice. I may follow that and just stick it in the shop and see if anybody buys it. And then if after a certain period of time nobody buys it, then maybe I can justify dismantling it. Okay, so this is a comment, looks like related to nostalgic TV trivia. I was saying over and over, Batman and Robin to the TV, trying to telepathically send you the answer. I had all but the Rowdy Yates correct, but my late husband would have known that one. Aw. So that means you did really good on that card. So when I was like working my way through to get Batman and Robin, and I mentioned SNL, and I was telling Jason, well, he's not in here, but I was telling Jason about that was how I got to, because the question was who is known as the dynamic duo. And I remembered SNL doing the ambiguously gay duo, but I don't think I said it was the ambiguously gay duo on that episode, but that's what the version of that Saturday Night Live did. And it's because, people always suggest that Batman and Robin were gay. So that was how I got to that. But good job. Wow. If you only missed one off of that, I don't ever get that good. Okay. And then we've got another one, and, she writes, Ivory, All in the Family, Rowdy Yates, Batman and Robin, Fred Gwynn, Chuck Barris, McGillicuddy. Wahoo, I'm a genius tonight. I got 6. It's 99 and 44/100% pure. Okay, so that was the answer to that question was Ivory soap. So, okay, I couldn't understand why there was the 99/44 or whatever it was. So they're saying it was almost 100% pure. So thank you for clearing that up. See, I love this, you guys that interact with me on the nostalgic TV trivia. Okay, here's another good comment, and I'll read 2 more comments. A good and quick test to tell plastic from stone or glass is to feel the item. If it is cold to the touch, then it's not plastic. Well, that makes sense because glass is usually cold, or stone. So thank you for that handy tip. Hopefully, now that I've actually read it and said it, maybe I'll remember. Because I was showing a necklace or I think it was a bracelet, and I was like, I think these are plastic, but. And then I also was talking about doohickeys on that video, and this person said it's like a thingamabob. That's very true. It is. So thank you. So maybe I will. Oh, here's another one. I was talking about backpacks versus book bags, and this person said backpack, knapsack. That's a good one. And so yeah, so maybe I'll start reading some of those comments on here so we all get to enjoy those. All right, so let's end our episode with our nostalgic TV trivia. All right. Oh, okay. I'm not supposed to act like if I know the answer right away. Number 1, what was Bob Hartley's profession on the Bob Newhart Show? Who was the hairy relative on Addams Family? What airline earns its wings every day? What was the name of Lucy's banker boss on The Lucy Show? Name the town in Petticoat Junction. Name the domesticated pig on Green Acres. What did Mr. Whipple tell customers in his store not to squeeze? And name the car the Dukes of Hazzard drive. Okay, so what was Bob Hartley's profession on the Bob Newhart Show? Well, on that one, he was a psychiatrist or psychologist. I can't remember. I think a psychiatrist can prescribe medicine, right? And a psychologist doesn't, but I'm going to say psychiatrist, but I'm going to give myself a point either way because it's one of those two. And if you liked his show Newhart, he was an innkeeper in Vermont on that show. Who was the hairy relative on Addams Family? I don't know because I did used to watch that, but so part of me is thinking it was it. But I don't remember what the hand was called. Was that just called hand? So I guess I'm going to say it. What airline earns its wings every day? Okay, well, this game is from 1984. There's a lot of airline changes that have happened since this would have been. I always want to default to TWA, but I don't know if it could be Delta, because I think Delta would have been around back then. But to be honest, I really don't know. What was that airline that they came back and made a retro show about stewardesses from the 50s on, but I don't remember what that. So what should I say? I guess I'll say TWA, but I don't know. What was the name of Lucy's banker boss on The Lucy Show? I think I only watched a couple episodes of that show. I have no idea. But if we're going to do a name, let's just say Ed. Name the town in Petticoat Junction. You guys, Petticoat Junction comes up in these cards all the time. And I don't know anything about it, except now I know because Roby Love said it was like Bonnie Joe, Billy Joe, all the kids. I'm making those up, but it was something Joe. But yeah, I don't know the town, so I'm going to say Springfield because we've decided that every show happens in Springfield. Name the domesticated pig on Green Acres. Well, the first thing that comes to mind is Arthur, but then that's probably, wasn't that the cousin on the Brady Bunch? Cousin Arthur? But I want to say Arthur is the pig too. I did watch Green Acres on Nick at Night, but I don't remember its name. What did Mr. Whipple tell customers in his store not to squeeze? Please don't squeeze the Charmin. And that was probably even back when Charmin came in different colors. I used to You guys, so toilet paper and Kleenex used to come in different colors. So I would collect, I would collect squares. This is, see, I was born to be a junk journaler. I would collect squares of the toilet paper. Whenever my mom would get a different colored toilet paper, I'd collect a square. Now, I don't think I had it for very long. And I would do the same thing with Kleenexes. And now, I don't know if you can still find colored Kleenexes. I've not seen colored Kleenexes in, I don't know how long. I think they're all white. But yeah, that was back when it was fun. But then they probably decided that whatever dye they were using in those was not healthy. And so they quit that. Name the car on the Dukes of Hazzard Drive. Well, that's the General Lee, right? Dodge Charger, orange Dodge Charger with a Confederate flag on the hood, and was it a 77 on the top of the car? I can't remember what number it was. All right, let's see how we did. Bob Hartley's profession, psychologist. So I get a point for that. Who was the hairy relative on the Addams Family? Cousin It. I'm taking that. What airline earns its wings every day? Eastern. Okay, well, I didn't know there was an airline called Eastern. That's not still around, right? There's Southwest, but I can't think of any other ones that are directionally named. What was the name of Lucy's banker boss? Wait. Theodore J. Mooney. Ed's not a, Ted would be the shortcut for, or the abbreviation for Theodore, right? And I said Ed. That is so close. Name the town in Petticoat Junction. Hooterville. That sounds like it should be next door to wherever the Dukes of Hazzard live. Was it in Tennessee? Hooterville, Tennessee? If you know what state Petticoat Junction was in, tell me in the comments. Name the domesticated pig on Green Acres. Oh, I was so close. It was Arnold. I said Arthur. Can I have like a quarter of a point because I got the first two letters right? What did Mr. Whipple tell customers in his store not to squeeze? The Charmin. And name the car, the Dukes of Hazzard Drive, the General Lee. So I got psychologist, Cousin It, Charmin, and General Lee. So that's for 50%. That's really good for me. So I'll take it. So let me know how you did. And luckily, I didn't haul everything tonight. So that means I'll be back in a day or two with more things to show you guys. And what time is it? It is 8:43. This is going to be a late night haul. Is that what I should call it? I didn't even pose with anything. What am I going to pose with? Well, shoot. No, I should pose with the you people, right? Since that matches my personality. Oh, and I didn't show you, it's on both sides. So, which is kind of rare. This is hard to display though. It's so big. Ew. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I think we're gonna just throw caution to the wind and not care or be affected by the things that people say. I'm gonna show the stuff that I like to show because it's my channel, and I will trust that as adults, if you don't like an item that I'm showing, you'll just fast forward, or you'll just not watch that episode and you'll come back for the next one. But again, make sure you click the bell if you subscribe. That way you get notified even when I do posts, and then you'll see when I'm having a whatnot show in case you want to stop by and say hi in a live environment. But yeah, so thank you so much. I appreciate, thank you for helping me get to 450,000 views. That's awesome, right? That was the number, right? I'm not just elevating that. It was either 425 or 450. So now I want to be accurate. 425. Okay, see, I'm trying to make it better than it is, but that's still awesome. So thank you for helping me get there. And yeah, so wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.